So the other morning, rolling out of bed, grabbed the phone as usual, and grab it, and for some odd reason the algorithm I getting Kansas City feed. Also let me know that some morning show, the Rock Morning Show, is coming to an end, and as of right now, it's over. It's over, Jenny. Um, yeah. Of course, that's the name of the game in the year 2025. Morning radio is coming obsolete. So is regular terrestrial radio. Thankfully, we got stuff like SiriusXM to pay to have more music and less talk, and paying for a little bit more entertainment value. Yeah, I mean, morning doing a morning show, especially this one, was I guess for 30 years. That's a hell of a run, especially doing a late 90s, early 2000s, especially after the incident in on Super Bowl with Janet Jackson and the guy from the Backstreet Boys. Um, that guy. And, it's 30 years of this doing morning rock radio is kind of special. Even though Freebird and Hot Wings, those two together, have almost as long with interchangeable characters. But really, it's kind of one sad, and also the other hand, that is the name of the game, unfortunately. Growing up, I loved a radio station out of St. Louis, not KC. There was another one, 97 FM, The Rock. Randy Rayleigh and Mike Duran in the morning. Kind of what inspired me to go into radio, do, media, journalism. And sadly, when I moved away, it was kind of hard to find a substitute, let's say, because that was my radio station. And eventually, that radio station got bought out, and now it's a talk station. It has been for almost well over 25 years. 25 years, almost 25 years, yeah. But literally, even listen to something as Freebird and Hot Wings, a morning radio show syndicated throughout the Midwest and small markets. Even get attached to that, and apparently a programmer locally said, "No, not going to do that." Nope. Of course, that was almost 10 years next year, next August. Even that show has evolved or had different changing characters. You know, kind of stopped listening once Eric Zane was fired. Everything else got kind of turned down. I guess that's somehow listen to local radio. It's all turned down. It's not good. Is it bad? Yeah. Because people are getting fired. But also, it's another thing when you do syndication shows. Bob and Tom. It's one morning show out in Indianapolis. Famous. They actually, for a quick cup of coffee, it had a show on WGN. Of course, Bob and Tom is the one show I tried to listen to when I was in my teens, and stuff was kind of funny here and there, every now and again, but it really is boomer radio. Of course, there was some local stuff, and regular rock station, but nothing really gave me that good itch the one out of St. Louis I loved. Um, but eventually that changed too. Um, but I guess really it's one of those things in my life is I learned to not get attached to anything because it will go away. Um, like 11, listen to 97 FM The Rock, St. Louis. Literally, it's still my favorite radio station, even though it's never haven't actually listened to it in 25 years, and it's been off the air probably about 24. And nothing can, nothing really could have replicate that. That's a good word, replicate. And like getting back to don't get really attached to things because they will go away. Like a certain football team. Even sometimes people you don't. It's hard. People are really hard to. I feel being attached to people. No, not family because they can easily not be there anymore. They can be, one day they're, constantly calling you, your heart flutters, and next thing you know, they found something better, and um, they're not really returning your calls anymore. Yeah, but I guess that's one thing about getting older is getting attached to things. I guess that's why we always lately the nostalgia era. I guess we're living in. We try to get attached to things we used to like. Of course, I'm rambling and talking out my ass all this, but it's kind of like if I get attached to something, it will go away eventually. Eventually, yes, but it's always just a fear of you know, n- not they're not holding it at the end of or whatever. But I guess what I'm trying to say, even like TV shows, enjoy watching certain programs. Eventually, way before he knew whether or not a show was coming back to network television, you didn't know if it was getting canceled. Drew Carey shows a good example of this. In the last couple seasons, the show was moved around so much that it's kind of like it's out tonight, it's not out tonight. Did Drew finally get married? Especially with something you really, really love. I guess it really is. I can see why it's heartbreaking when you lose it. If it's a person, or if it's a thing, or it's something that you really enjoy. I love watching World Championship Wrestling. Had a good 5 years, 6 years, 5.5. Let's put it that way. Loved it so much, it went away. ECW lost money and went away. I guess that's where a lot of my sadness comes from. When you start to love something, it just goes away. Even like watching Monster Trucks. It's not the same. Gone over before. It's not the same. Even vehicles. Vehicles like a good, like the Ford Ranger. It was a nice little truck, I guess you can call it, where you're a guy like me, single, no kids, who doesn't need a whole lot of space, enough space to maybe put groceries or whatever in the small back seat. But now everything's big, everything's gone away like that. Yeah. Even like a single seater truck, that's gone away for a long time. And everything's getting replaced with families and whatnot, stuff that's not in your wheelhouse. Yeah. But the problem is with big cars is going to need big parking spots, and there's not a whole lot of space left. I can go drone on and on. However, ironically, the battery on this camera is dying. So maybe I'll finish my thought, maybe not. But much like Q said in the last episode of Next Generation, all good things must come to an end. I guess all good things will have to come to an end eventually. But I guess for right now, going to keep on keeping on. Life is a garden, gotta dig it. Thank you. Good night.